Hello, Valley Middle. Welcome to your first math video. This is really a training video to help you understand how I teach and what each video will look like. The format of my videos are always the same. The different colors of the slide always represent something and what you're supposed to do during those slides. So every night most nights, I would say, 95% of the time, you will have some sort of a math video that you need to watch in order to get ready for the lesson the next day. The reason I do this is because I think it's better than having you do a worksheet with 100 problems on there. I like the fact that you get to digest some of the information and think about it and practice what you're going to be doing the next day in class. This relieves a lot of stress about kids who don't like math, and when you walk into the class and not knowing what you're going to be doing the next day. You'll know exactly what you're going to be doing each day in math class if you watch the video, because I'm going to introduce it and teach it to you. You'll also have that, like I said, time to practice it and also time to formulate questions. This helps set you up for a successful day in math. The first thing you'll need to do each time you do this is just get a clean notebook page and put the video to the target number up at the top, and usually it's something like 1.2a or something like that. The 1 will stand for the chapter number, and the 2 the section, and the A will be, is it the first target, or B would be the second target in that section of the math book. But then just put, you're going to have some pause problems, which you'll put on the top part of the page. And I just label those PP over in the margin, so I know that those are the pause problems. And then down at the bottom of the page, in the bottom third, I'll have you put TTTS, which stands for Ticket to the Show. And these are the last couple of problems that I'll give you. Now, the pause problems, usually there are a couple of them for each video. Today, there's only going to be one. But the pause problems, I have you stop the video and I go through them and you answer them. And then when you start the video up, I show you the answer and you can compare to see if you've learned what we've taught. Ticket to the Show problems, there are no answers. This is for me to check when you upload it. I can take a look at your homework before you get to class and get an idea whether you know what you're doing or not. All right, so let's go back to the main slide here. I always start with something called Just for Fun trivia question. So let's go ahead and get going with that. Just for fun, who is this? I know it looks like my cousin Heidi, but it's not, so don't call her Heidi. She gets mad about that. Actually, I'm sure you know who this person is. If not, I guarantee you've heard of this person's name. She is very popular right now. All right, today officially we have a couple of different targets. I can understand the structure of Mr. Dudley's math videos, and I can upload a picture or a document to Schoology. Let's do this thing. I typically start all my lessons with either vocabulary or a problem of the day, or usually both. I teach on yellow slides. So when you see yellow backgrounds like this one here, that means I'm teaching you something. And today we're just looking at this word model, which is a representation of how to do something or a representation of something. So I have 5 plus 1 equals 6 here. Now I can make a model or representation of that look like this. Here's 5 stars, here's another star, and together I have this grouping of 6 stars. Okay? I just kind of making up a real easy topic here that we can just use for instructional purposes. So after the vocabulary, the problem of the day problem, then I usually take you through a couple of guided problems like this one here. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Well, how could we represent this? Well, using hearts, we could represent it like this. Here's 1 heart. Here's 3 more hearts. Together we have this grouping of 4 hearts. Pretty simple, right? All right. Well, after a couple of problems like this on yellow, then I have something called these pause problems that we've talked about. Now, sometimes the pause problems will be on a slightly different color. Those are the newer videos. The older videos, the pause problems are on yellow. But I'll always say stop the video and try this problem, or pause, or you try this problem. And these are problems that I want you to stop and put into your notebook. And you're going to put them right up top here on this top portion of the page, which are the pause problems. And it's really important that you put them up there and you have a PP in the margin so that I know what you're doing. All right, I look at a lot of homework and I like to know what it's an organization issue for me. All right, so go ahead and try this one right now by yourself. Go ahead and pause the video and do it. When you turn the video back on, I'll give you the answer. And it's usually at this point I'll say something like, I see dead people, or I just weird people out by saying weird things. But all right, I'm back. All right, here we go. Here's how I would have represented this. Simply with hearts, I would have done 2 plus 1 equals 3, and you could have done that in any way. So after the pause problems, I generally have the ticket to the show problems, and they're always going to look like this. There's going to be a gray background. There's usually a little admit 1 ticket here, and then a piece of paper, and there's a couple of problems. Now these problems here, the ticket to the show problems, you put down on the bottom over here, okay? All right, so go ahead and let's work on these. See if you can write the answer to these 2 ticket to the show problems. What color slide do I teach on? Slide down here so you can kind of see what's going on over here. And what do you call the problems that you have to stop and try? In case you forgot, I can flip this one right here, and you can see here's one of those stop and try problems. Okay, you should have gotten those both right, and you should have a page that looks like this then with some pause problems. 1 pause problem up top, a couple of ticket to the show problems written down there. The name of the video or target, you can just put training video if you'd like. All right, now the answer to the trivia question. Who is this? Billie Eilish. My kids really like her. And quite honestly, I think she's pretty good too. I kind of like her mellow music, and her brother is Phineas. He's pretty good too. I like their sound. The next thing you'll be doing is taking a picture of your work and uploading that to the correct assignment on Schoology. This will be assignment number 1, and you'll have to navigate to that. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, there is a second video on how to upload this assignment, and this is attached to this same assignment. This was the first video, the instructional video, and there's a second video attached that'll take you through that. So go ahead and upload that, and then you can move on to your second assignment, which will be taking a quiz in Schoology. All right, good luck.